I'm going to bring the A size. Okay, I'm just going to put it right there. Make sure it has the attributes. Make sure it's complete. Okay. Now remember when you did the blocks, you do a block. Remember that on behavior we said allow exploding. This is the reason we're going to do that. Okay, we put allow exploding because what we're going to do, we're going to explode this block. So once we explode it, it's no longer a block. So we're going to bring the A size. The block is still there. We're going to bring a copy of that or copy of that block. Bring it in. We're going to explode it, resize it, and then make it a B of what we have. If not, we're going to have to do all the attributes again, all the text again, and it's going to be a long time. So we're going to use what we have. We're good? All right. So first step, you bring the A size title block and you're going to explode it. Right there. Explode command. What explode does, it just breaks everything back in pieces. Okay, to the previous state. So we're going to explode it, and notice that it went back to being just lines. Okay, it went back just being attributes. Right, don't freak out. The A size block's still there. It's just a copy of it. See, still there. We just brought one in, exploded that one. We're good? All right. Now, we're going to do the B, C, and D. So we're going to be using two commands for that. But first we need the sizes. So the A size, it's 8.5 by 11. What is the size of a B size sheet?
1117.
1117. And how about the C size? 24 by 18, okay, or 18 by 24. 8.5 by 11, 11 by 17, 18 by 24, 24 by 36. All right, so let's do that. So we brought it in, we exploded our block. Now we're ready for that. We're ready for the next step. We're going to be using two commands. We're going to be using scale and stretch. Okay, scale and stretch. On y-axis, we're going to be using scale, and on x-axis we're going to be using stretch. Okay, and on stretch we're going to be using, no, on scale we're going to be using reference. And this is being recorded, by the way. Before we do that, we need a guide. We need to guide ourselves. This is 18 by 24. It was just 11 by 17. We need to create a guide so we know how big should we make this. All right, so let's make a guide. So I'm going to use I'm going to use layer 0, but I'm going to put a different color just so we can see it. Use that one, or actually let's use yellow. Okay, and we're starting from the bottom edge of the sheet, right? Remember that's hidden line, the gray one represents the sheet. So this should be 11, and this should be, starting from here, this should be 17. Right, so that's our guide. So in other words, this right there should end up here, and this right here should end up right here. Okay, first thing we're going to do is going to be on the y-axis, we're going to use scale reference. Okay, you always start with scale and then stretch. Okay, scale and then stretch for all four. So let's do that. Scale, it's one of these, I think is this one. Yeah, scale, I just type them in. That's why I need to go back and think of the icons. So when you do scale, I'm going to grab the whole title block like that. Okay, you're good? Enter, because I'm ready. I think I lectured on scale weeks ago. All right, base point. What is going to be the base point of from where I'm going to grab it so I can scale it up or down? I want to go back to that point right there. That's where I'm basing everything off of. Okay, now notice that it allows me to scale. But since I don't know the scale factor, how much, if I type it in or if I eyeball it, more than likely I won't get it right. But I want for it to be right. So for that, before I do anything to it, notice that down here we have an option for reference. And that's what we're going to use. We're going to use those lines as a reference. All right? So before I set it up, I'm going to click on reference or just type R. Okay. Now, this is going to be, you're going to do 3 clicks. Starting, actual, where you want it. Think of it just like that. Starting point, where is the actual size and where is it that I want? All right? So starting point right here. Second point is going to be the actual, which is right here. Third, where I want it right there. Simple. Okay. Scale, select your object, enter, base point right there. Before you do anything, go to reference, and then 3 clicks. Base point, the actual size or the length, and then where you want it. 3 clicks. All right. I'm going to get rid of that line because I don't need it anymore. So now this is 11. So that's done. Now we have to do this right here. And for the on the x-axis, we're going to use stretch. All right. So we go to stretch. Remember, for stretch, you do indirect selection, and you only grab a section of it. You don't grab the whole thing, because if not, it's going to move. So stretch, we'll grab this part right here. Okay, those of you looking at your phones, hopefully you have another set of eyes to look what we're doing. So select. I'm going to deselect the reference line just so it stays there, right? Enter, and I'm just going to grab it from here and put it right there. Right, I'll do it again, and then I'll do the C again a little bit faster, and the D I'll do a lot faster. Right. So scale. I'm sorry. Stretch. Direct selection. Grab part of it. Enter. From here to there. Get rid of that line. So now my B size. Now this title block is 11. Yeah, 11 by 17. Right. Now what do? We make it into a block. Block, you know the steps. Here I'm going to put B test, nomás porque she already has it. So B test, and then you know the routine. Specify on screen, specify screen, allow exploding, base point right there. Grab it, enter, and it's now a block again. Okay, if I go to insert, it's B test. I'm gonna do it again. I'll go a little bit faster, and then for the last one, I'm just gonna go fast. Bring it in, explode, reference lines. This is now gonna be 18. This is now gonna be 24. Start with Y, scale, grab it, base point, reference, 3 clicks, base point, actual, where I want it. So that's done. In this case, I have to stretch back. I have to stretch back because 24 ends up right here. Okay, so stretch, grab it, and then pull it back. Right there. So now this one is now 18 by 24. All right, make it a block. I need to check what's going on with these lines here. They shouldn't look like that. Let's see, properties. It is one. I need to figure out why it should look like that. Now make it a block. C test. And you're done with the C size. Right there. Last one, I'll do it just real quick. Bring it in. These are the steps. Explode. This should be 4. Should be 6. Same steps. First Y, scale, reference, click, 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 stretch, pull it this way, get rid of the guidelines, and then block. Don't put test in your case. I'm putting test because those starter blocks already exist, and I need to get rid of them. Base point. There it is.